everyone. So today we are going to start with next topic, that is water. As you know, all living things need water. We need water to live. We use water for drinking, cooking, washing, bathing, cleaning and many more purposes. The water that we use, it mainly it comes from rivers, ponds, lakes and wells. But this water contains some dirt. It contains some dirt, sand, mud and germs. And because of this, the water is unfit for use. So all the substances that make water dirty and unfit for use, we call it impurities. They are impurities. So impurities are the substances that make our water dirty. So we have two kinds of impurities, soluble impurities and insoluble impurities. Soluble impurities dissolve in water. For example, salt. Salt can easily dissolve in water. Whereas insoluble impurities, these impurities do not dissolve in water. Soluble means they can dissolve in water. Insoluble means they do not dissolve in water. Like sand and mud, they don't dissolve in water. Soluble impurities cannot be seen in water. So, now let's learn how to remove impurities from water. So today we will discuss about how to remove insoluble impurities. The insoluble impurities can be removed by different methods like sedimentation, decantation, filtration. Let's learn one by one. First is sedimentation and decantation. Water with insoluble impurities means the impurities that do not dissolve in water. So that water is allowed to stand and undisturbed. Let it to stand undisturbed. After some time, what we will observe is the impurities that was present in the water, the insoluble impurities, all these settle down at the bottom of the container. You can look at this picture. Here it was muddy water. Then the insoluble impurities, it settled down at the bottom of the container and this we call sediments. You can look at this brown color. These are impurities and we call it sediments. It settled down at the bottom. And this process is called sedimentation. The process is called sedimentation. After sedimentation, as you can see, the clean water, it can be slowly poured out into a separate container. Look at this picture. This clean water can be poured out in separate container and this process is decantation. Sedimentation means the impurities are allowed to stand for some time undisturbed and these settle down at the bottom of the container. And after that, this clean water above the sediments that is poured into another container. This is known as decantation. Do you know? The rate of sedimentation, it can be improved by adding some chemicals. Like we can add alum, and this process is known as loading. What happens is alum particles attach themselves to the impurities and it makes the impurities heavier. So in this way, it increases the rate of sedimentation. So what is loading? The process by which rate of sedimentation can be improved by adding some chemicals is called loading. That is known as loading. Let's move on to next one, filtration. Filtration is also a method to remove insoluble impurities. You can look at this picture. What happens is, in this process, the liquid, the impure water, is passed through filter paper. A mixture of sand and water can be filtered. The filter paper is folded twice to make a cone. We will give it a shape of cone, and this cone is kept inside a funnel. You can look at this picture. Here we have filter paper, cone, and this one is funnel. The funnel is kept on the conical flask and impure water containing sand that is poured into the funnel. What happens is the water seeps through this filter paper and collects in the flask below. Here you can see clean water. We got clean water. Impurities like sand are left on the filter paper itself. You can look at this brown part above the filter paper. These are impurities, for example sand, and here at bottom you got clean water. So filtration is also a method to remove insoluble impurities. So today we will complete only this much. Next class we are going to learn how to remove soluble impurities. Thank you.